What is going on, everybody? It's your girl. So I'm here to do a video of one video that I have not done since I started this page, and that's a tool video. I've never done a tool video. So I'm going to show you my tools that I have that I started out with as an HVAC technician. Now, some people, they like field piece and all that stuff, but when you first starting out, you get what you can get, and then you kind of upgrade from there. And that's kind of what I did, right? So I'm going to show you all the tools that I have that every HVAC technician should have when they first get on the job to kind of show the employee that, hey, I'm ready, I'm here, let's get it popping, okay? So the first thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to go through each tool. I kind of got them laid out a little bit back on my truck, but I'm going to go through each one and tell you what I have and what you need them for. All right, so let's go. So the first thing you need here, you need this guy, okay? Definitely need this guy because you're going to use it all the time, okay? Yeah, mine says Galaxy Pro. Like I said, I got what I could afford at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. If you want as big on names, get you a DeWalt, get you a Milwaukee, get whatever you want to get. But this guy serves its purpose, and it's the best impact that I've had, honestly, and I have no complaints about it. Get you a light. Okay, this guy could charge. See the little charger right there. It has 3 different lights. It's perfect for when you're working in like attics and crawl spaces. It gets super bright. Right now, it may not be that bright because I haven't used it in a little bit, but definitely get you one of these lights. It's magnetic, so you can put it up on a pipe or whatever, hold it however you want. They have different versions of this, so choose. You can get whatever you want. You're gonna need a pair of these. Now, when you're in school, they teach you about these little manifold gauges. They have some of the refrigerants on them. But see, as you see right here, you got the R410, R22, R44A, right? That's great for the old refrigerants. But now we go into new refrigerants that you have R32, R54B. So these guys may not come in handy at any point. Okay, so everyone's doing digital, but it's always good to have them. You might come across a system every now and again that might have the R410A. If your battery goes dead, these would be your best friends, okay? They teach you about this in the class. They don't teach you on the digital gauges. So this is what I learned, how to use these first, and then I upgrade to digital gauges. All right, so the next tool is going to be this guy right here. Okay, you need this to read your amperage, your voltage. It's a good tool. You read your ohms on this guy. You can see from my right here. No, it's not a name brand, but so what? It still works. Okay, it worked for what I need for it to work, and that's all you need it for. So you need to check your ohms for your capacitor and all that good stuff. Check your amperage. Make sure your contactor. You check the volts. You getting the readings you need. It works with no problem. Okay. Now you're gonna need a manometer. This right here, if you're doing maintenance, especially in the fall time, you need to check your gas pressure. So that's where this guy comes in. Okay, it's gonna be units of water. You turn this guy on. You see how it says H2O on that guy. So it's gonna be measured in units of water, and that's how you determine what your gas pressure is. But like on a lot of the furnaces, it tells you the in-between ranges. Make sure you're in between that range. Again, I don't have name brand stuff, and I don't care. It serves its purpose. This CO2 reader right here, this is also when you're doing if you happen to be doing the maintenance in the fall, check to make sure there's no CO2 present in the home. So when you check the furnace, you put the heat on, you turn this guy on, you walk around to the vents. You put it up to the vents and check the vents and make sure it doesn't have any readings on it that should be on there, guy, and you should be okay. These are for sometimes you have to change out your capacitor. You got to cut the wire. You need a new one. I got colorful ones to kind of make it, easy. You can use black. You use whatever color you want. But these are really mainly for, putting wires back together. Because like wires are super long, so you don't want them wires all over the place, especially when you go outside to the condenser. You don't want wires all over the place, so you want to keep them nice and neat. So you'll tie them up with this guy. This guy here I keep on hand to clean the flame sensor. Okay. So when you're doing your maintenance, you take out the flame sensor, you clean the flame sensor. This one here, as you can see, is pretty used, but I do have some others. I got a pack of them, so it's always good to have that. Cleaning your flame sensor, make sure it's clean very good. This brush is for mainly when you open up a customer's unit, you'll see spider webs and all kind of stuff on the inside. You go outside the condenser, depending on where you live, you might have leaves, so you kind of just want to clean it up. It's pretty much for maintenance cleaning. This guy here, in case you don't know, wire cutter, stripping wires. Sometimes you gotta cut wires, you gotta strip them, put new attachments on them on the ends. So it's always good to have some of these. At the very, very end, it's also good to use as a plier. You can use them as pliers. If you don't have pliers, you can use as pliers as well. This next guy I have is a headlamp. Now this headlamp is also, it's pretty dope. Because this part right here is a lamp. And then you also have the single lamp right here. I got this online at Amazon for like $7. And customers see this guy. I don't know if it's dead. Let me see if it works. Yeah, you see how that part is on. Then I could change it, dim it, light it, and then this one comes on. So yeah, this works when you're like in the attic or a crawl space. It works great. I think I paid like $8 for it. You charge that guy right here. Put it on charge. Boom. These guys are thermometers you're gonna need for when you're doing delta T, checking to make sure your temperatures are where they need to be. You check the return and the supply. You'll learn about that in HVAC. But you turn these guys on, you get your readings, all that good stuff. So it's always so good to have two of these guys. Okay. This happens to be a capacitor. So funny, I had it in my car. But this is an old capacitor that I had to change. This is what a capacitor looks like. It's actually in your outdoor unit. So this is pretty much like your battery of your system. If this guy goes dead, your system will not come on. Okay, so with your capacitor, you basically will use this guy to check the resistance on this guy to make sure it was in range. Let's see, with this guy here, you can't really read what it says. It says 15. Okay, so it's supposed to read 15 on this guy, right? See that right there? 15. So basically what you would do is you would take this guy. Let's see if I can demonstrate for y'all real quick. Let me open this guy. Make sure my battery's not dead. Because I switch back and forth between different things. So basically, switch that guy on there. You see that? It's on right now. It says kilo ohm, mega ohms, right? So what you want to do is go to function on this guy and get it right there. Okay, let me get these real quick. Excuse my demonstration, but I'm about to show y'all how to do this right quick. Okay, so basically you put one here. Oh, don't fall over. One here to kind of get a reading. If you get a reading, 1 and 1 like that, right? And here's my reading. Okay, so the reading on this guy is 14.83. Okay, which tells you that this capacitor is still good because it reads 15 on that guy. So this guy is still good. All right, so that's how you do that. I don't know why I have this in my truck. I don't know, maybe it was left over for something. I have no idea, but either way, it's in here. And then we move on to these guys right here. So this is where everyone was going to. Okay, the digital probes you see is fill piece. This is the wireless clamp right here to get your pressure, the temperatures on your piping outside. This right here checks the actual pressure. You put this on there, the high side or low side. The bottom you can kind of switch to whichever one you want. Here is your switch. So if you're doing suction or liquid, you just switch. We're doing suction, which is the cold side, or I switch to liquid, which is the hot side, right? This clamp, if you're doing, if I got this switch to liquid, which is the hot side, then I'll put the clamp on the large pipe outside leading to my condenser, because that's the liquid side. I mean, the small one. Excuse me. The small one's liquid. Okay, so the small skinny pipe on your outdoor condenser is the liquid side. The big one is suction. So I was doing suction, then I'll come back in here and just switch this over to suction. Okay, there's an app you download for this guy, and everything is literally digitally in your phone. Pretty easy. This is what we're going to now. We're no longer using these guys because, again, you can't update this, but this you can. All right. I have little tools, little screwdrivers here and there for the most part when it comes to my tools. But this is the main tools you need. You're also going to need one of these little needle nose pliers. Why? Because you got to remove the wires off the capacitor after you cut the power off to take a reading and make sure the capacitor is in tolerance if you have an issue when it comes to like no cooling. You always want to check this first. So you need this to take the wires off as such, and then you can check your resistance on that. But anyway, that's my tools that I have, my basic tools, and they got me through every job, to be honest. I didn't need to spend $1,000 on one piece. Some people prefer that, and that's fine. I personally don't care. Oh, one more thing. Okay, right here, this bucket actually has my water hose in it. So in the summer, this is like the best water hose ever. When I tell you it's like the best. In the summertime, when you do your summer maintenances or cleanings or whatever you guys call it, you're going to need a water hose for the condenser. So I did a video on how to clean your outdoor condenser. That's the water hose I use. Okay, it's great. It shrinks back up. Some of you already know. You guys have it. It's wonderful. The regular green water hose, horrible. Get rid of it. It's horrible. This is one of the best you can actually have. So I keep mine in a bucket. When I'm done, throw the bucket. It's easy for me to carry. Carry, job, no issue. So hopefully you guys, you've seen my tools that I, started out with. Here they are. I laid them out for you guys. If you have any questions about anything, just hit me up regarding tools. But like you see, I don't have any name brand tools. I don't care about name brand tools. As long as the tool could work. Eventually, as you start making money, you want to upgrade and get $1,000 field piece digital gauge, go for it. Elitech, Navac, go for it. I don't see the point in it, but you might. Anyway, like I said, here's my tool video. So hope this video helped you guys out a whole lot. Any questions? Hit me up. Peace.